What do you want? Hey everybody, welcome back. We got our weekly live. For those of you that don't know, and maybe you make a note of this for the future, but
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai
let me
Getaway
turn
Sales
my
Event.
volume off. We go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. The one exception, I guess you could say, to that is if we're on a cruise. But any other time for that, besides that, we're going to make a point to try to be here on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So I didn't do a very good job of advertising. I did put it on the Coach Cruise Facebook page. But that's really about all the advertising I did, and then I didn't do that until last night. So did a little bit poor of getting the word out there. But hopefully, if you don't see this live, you're going to catch the replay. And I'm always confused about, because there's commercials and stuff that play before I go on. So I don't know if those commercials are just for me or if everybody's seeing those commercials. So if you were just seeing commercials and now the first time I'm popping up, let me repeat myself. So what I was just saying a minute ago, for those of you that were with me or weren't watching, anyway, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Central, the time right now, that is when we have our weekly live, and that is a normal thing. We're going to try to do a weekly live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. unless something crazy happens. If I have a game right now, I don't think I have any games scheduled for a Tuesday night. I usually get home from practice a little after 6 p.m., which gives me just enough time to get ready to do the show here and get Miss Diva her giant plate of hot dogs. Let me tell you something. She is, Sadie here, she is very attentive when it comes to these hot dogs. Lynn, I just switched. I was watching the OBS software. That's the software I use to broadcast, and I just saw that now. So thank you so much. You're keeping Sadie here, well established with the treats. So let me just check in with everybody. We got, Lynn, I obviously just mentioned. We got Tony. Z was the first to check in today. We got Bruce with Ocean to Ocean Travel. Bruce, are you back from Alaska? Bruce with Ocean to Ocean Travel. If you go check out his site, I believe it was the Carnival Spirit. Is that correct, Bruce? I'm pretty sure it is. He went on an Alaskan cruise. I've been following him. He might still be in Alaska for all I know. So, yeah, Bruce, fill us in if you're still online with us. We got Yoli. Yolanda is here. And Andrew. And so I don't know if Andrew, if you're watching along, but great to hear from you too. I was thinking about you all the other day because I hadn't heard from you in a while. So good to see you on here. Will is here. Good evening, Will, to you. Lynn, again, thank you so much for that super chat. I'll tell you what, I genuinely appreciate the support, especially now. I appreciate it honestly all year round, but it's just, I was thinking about coming home and I'm like, wow, I got a full day of work, and then we got practice, and then I come home and we got to get this live up. So that makes me smile here almost as much as these hot dogs make Sadie smile. So let's see, Z Cruise Fun, what's up, Tony? It's happy hour somewhere. Z is a big Fireball fan. I don't know if he's as big as Steve, but we have Island Time. Derek from Island Time and Amanda is wishing everybody a great week, and yes, Bruce did confirm that he's still in Alaska. He is on the Carnival Spirit. Jesse's here. Jesse is the pink lady with you. But yeah, hey Jesse, it's good to see you again. Let's see, Ocean to Ocean, getting ready for tonight. Alaska. Oh, okay, so you are done with Alaska. Yeah, Alaska. I want to go back so bad to Alaska. I mean, honestly, I can't believe as many cruises I've been on. Alaska, Anita and I, we did that for our honeymoon. That was our honeymoon cruise. And I mean, that was forever ago, like 18 years ago. And you would have thought with the number of cruises that we've done that we'd have probably done Alaska 2 or 3 times by now. And, we haven't. We were supposed to do it. We have a friend that actually works for Princess Cruises that, was trying to help set us up. But then, COVID happened and they canceled our cruises and everything else like that. Sherry is here. She's going to be cruising on the Sunrise. Oh, that's coming up quick. Wait a minute. What do you got about it? What's about the countdown there? Is that about 2 weeks away, Sherry? You are on the 2-week countdown, I think. Thompson Family Rules are here. What's going on? Oh, okay. So Z, yeah, you know what? I think I heard you mentioning that, or Derek mentioned it on Sunday. I heard it somewhere, but that would be awesome. I mean, the New Year's Eve, and it seems like more and more people are going on that New Year's Eve cruise with, the coach cruisers and Island Time. We have a big group already set to go, and the group keeps growing. I saw somebody else post in Derek's Sunday Live that they had just signed up to go. And for those of you that don't know, and it seems like we keep talking about it, but December 29th, if you don't have a cruise and you're looking for something to do, December 29th, the Carnival Breeze, I don't think it's sold out yet. I don't think so. But a big giant group of Island Time and coach cruisers are going. I like to call it Island Cruisers. So we are going to have a big bunch of fun there. The whole big group of us, we are buying outfits to represent like the Roaring 20s. And the thing I will say about that December 29th cruise is I'm a little scared. Because we are in Cozumel on New Year's Eve. That is, obviously that's the best port on the short itinerary that we have. The other one is Yucatan Progreso. So it's like you want to do your thing in Cozumel, right? But it's also New Year's Eve. So you want to do that right. So it's like, hey, should I go to an all-inclusive and risk being me, and taking things too far? And, so I don't know. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do an all-inclusive or not that New Year's Eve in Cozumel, or what exactly. The smart side of me wants to, the angel on the one shoulder is saying, take it easy, stay close to the ship, maybe go out for lunch, don't do too much, don't start drinking that early. And the devil on the other shoulder is telling me, are you kidding? You're in Cozumel, you better be partying, So we'll see what happens. But that could be, that is going to be a crazy night, 100%. We got Will on the 11-day. He is just 2 days away from single-digit countdown. And then Derek from Island Time just posted, we've had some more friends book New Year's this week. So, I mean, honestly, we might have half the ship, Derek. We might have half the ship, honestly. By the time that's all said and done, between Island Time and Coach Cruisers, we're just going to literally have we'll have a wing of the ship, or at least a floor, I mean, that's seems the way it's going. But, hey, that'll make it all the more fun. Let's see. I am catching up. Getting on the Breeze on Thursday. Okay. And Lynn is doing Alaska next August. Great. And Lynn, you can give us some updates on the Breeze because, like we were just talking about, we'll be on that one in December. So fill us in on all the extra details. Z says, Island Time, the father of all crew. Yes, absolutely. I said this last week, go to Island Time for your cruise news. I mean, it's fun. The other thing is honestly, you kind of are still on the ground floor, Derek's still, I think less than a year and a half old now, and already up to about 12,000 subscribers. So he's not too big. He hasn't forgotten about everybody, and still makes it fun and everything, and not overproduced. And you help out a channel grow. And like I said, it's quality. It's quality too. So if you haven't already subscribed to Island Time, make a point to do that. And we got Ocean to Ocean Travel. Like I said, Bruce, he's got a lot of great content on Alaska. I was on his Facebook page as well, checking out a lot of the cool pics and stuff from Alaska. So he's got a lot of good video there as well. Let's see. 5 days till Carnival Radiance for Tony. And Tony, I don't think she's there anymore. I think she's on vacation. But my good friend Sanja Sividjedchich, whatever, she is a senior bartender now, but she was an alchemist and created the Purple Sunset drink. And she was a Carnival Radiance senior bartender the last I checked. So check in and see if she's still on the ship. And if she is, please say hi for me. Everyone. Oh, okay. Yeah, Lynn. Yeah, get on it. And Sandra's here. What is going on? So Sandra, let me fill you in on Sandra again. I introduced Sandra last week. So Sandra has been helping me out a ton. Basically, I've been sending her pictures and videos and stuff like that, and she is lighting my TikTok channel up. I didn't even have, well, I technically I had a TikTok channel. It was just sitting there like a dead log in the forest with no content whatsoever. And Sandra met Anita and I on this last cruise we were on, and we were hanging out, and she's a big TikTok fan and enjoys doing it. So she offered to help out. So I said, hey, absolutely. So she's been posting a bunch of TikTok stuff for me. So if you go on TikTok and look up Coach Cruise, you can see some of Sandra's work, and I've enjoyed, watching that. And the best part about it is I'm not even the one that has to do the editing and do all the work. Sandra's helping me out doing it. So once again, thank you, Sandra. All right, let's see. Sherry says she is going on a New Year's Eve cruise, 12/31, on the Carnival Spirit to the Virgin Islands. Wow, very nice. Very nice. That sounds like a great cruise. Speaking of Cozumel, be sure to check out the show. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Sandra, I sent her some. So the last 2 times, actually, I've gone to Cozumel. I've gone to Paradise Beach, and I've enjoyed Paradise Beach quite a bit. They're giving Mr. Sancho's a run for their money, and I would, give it a chance here. We got my buddy Brent. Brent is, I think this is the first time that he's been on a live, at least the first time that he's commented. He's, yeah, Brent says, listen to the devil and drink your ass. Let me just show that comment because it actually deleted it or hid it. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. For those of you that don't know Brent, if you watch my vlogs, most recent one on the Carnival Horizon, the 8-day, the one that we were on with Island Time, Brent and I shared a cabin together, and this guy, I tell you, he's a party guy. So I don't think we got to bed before, I don't know. I think the earliest I got to bed any of those 8 nights, that I was with Brent was probably about 2 a.m. So I needed another week just to recover from that one. So yeah, we did have a great time. We had a lot of video, and like I said, we were back in the Havana section hanging out with all the Island Time crew, and hanging out and partying with those guys, doing excursions with them. We did an excursion in La Romana with a lot of the Island Time crew and had a great time. And the rest of the time, a lot of times we were just back in the Havana area, just hanging out, drinking, partying. Great time. Did a bar crawl together. It was great. So, all right. So let me get to the topic or the title of today's video. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to talk about, and then I thought about it, and there's been a lot of discussion the past 2-3 weeks now, since Norwegian was the first, of course, to come out and say they were dropping the mandate that required only vaccinated cruisers to go on the cruise. And then it wasn't but a day or two later that Royal jumped in and said, you know what, we want some of this action. And then another day or two later, Carnival jumped in and said, hey, we see this is working out for you guys. We want a piece of this pie, so we're going to do the same thing. So that's what's happened, and just in the first 2-3 days that Norwegian do it, their bookings just skyrocketed. And I think honestly, Royal and Carnival probably kind of used them as a guinea pig and said, okay, it's working for them. We can come out and do this now and get some of this money for ourselves. And they did it, and Carnival's bookings have gone through the roof, and Royal's bookings and Norwegians, everybody's making a lot of money now and getting a lot more bookings. Now, that's good and bad, right? Because common sense tells you if demand is high, prices are going to start getting higher also. So there's Daryl. What's up, Daryl? That's what I wanted to ask. So for all of you that have been on cruises in the past year, just a yes or no, and the question is this, just a yes or no. And if you want to give details, feel free to give details. I don't want you to, I don't want to press you for details, but if you feel fine with giving details, tell us if you got a great deal, a much better deal than what you would normally get in a typical non-COVID year to cruise. Yes or no, you got a great deal. And like I say, if you want to throw some details in the comments along with that, do that for me as well. Yes, I got a great deal. I only paid X amount of dollars for a balcony for a 7-day cruise on this ship or something like that. Okay, there we go. Tony was, Bruce says yes. Tony gave some specifics, $80 for a 5-day cruise. That is awesome. Island time, June and July, $100 per person. I mean, that's, yeah. I mean, how can you say no to that? I mean, you just keep cruising for those costs. Let's see. So, oh, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, I'm so bad about doing this. $200 for a 7-day. Bruce says from ocean to ocean. Was that the Alaska by chance, Bruce? Because that's crazy good if it was. So right now, and I don't know how many have popped in and out watching, but it says 19 watching right now, and we have 9 likes. If everybody could just hit that like button real quick, that might help get this viewing out to more people. So for those of you that haven't already hit the like button, if you could hit that real quick, that would be awesome. And just going through. So Lynn says $100 per person, $500 on board credit, and $500 in the casino. So let's see, for a 2-person cabin, they spent $200, probably port fees and taxes and everything, but then got $500 on board credit. So even after you subtract the port fees and taxes and the $100 per person, that pretty much wipes that out just in the onboard credit, and then $500 in the casino. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, they are actually paying Lynn to go on a cruise. And I got some really good deals myself. So, I can't complain. Maybe not quite that good. Lynn, I think I was in that same ballpark, but it was more like $200 on board credit and like $250 in the casino. So you did better than me, Lynn. You did better than me. You must be a high roller there, putting some money in the cruises. So let's see. Sherry says all my cruises are free and drinks everywhere on the ship. Oh my goodness. Mine are casino offers. I only pay port fees and taxes. Sherry, wow, that is just amazing. So Sherry, I got to ask, and maybe you said this last week, but I didn't even know about these Echo cruises. I'd heard about the Elite cruises, but not the Echo. So Sherry, are you have one of those Echo offers or Elite offers? I'm guessing you do. Brad says, or Yoli says, yes, absolutely. Went on 3 cruises during the pandemic. That's great. Brad is here. And he says his last cruise, January 2020, was looking forward to diminished capacities on our next one. My next is on Holland in October. Got a comparatively good deal. Okay, good. And then Lynn says $350 total. I also get $1,000 casino play. Oh my goodness, Sherry, you are getting hooked up. And there is Derek with the super chat. He says, "Here's to more cruises in 2022 and 2023, giving back so the powers that be can continue to give us good deals." Absolutely, and yeah, I hope so. Hope so, Derek. And again, thank you for that super chat. You are awesome, my friend. Will says the best deals I got were when they had the 50th anniversary sale. Okay. And Sherry says she's had all of them. So Sherry has had the Echo, the Elite, the Ultra, and the Premier. And for those of you that are casino players, you might know about some of these, but for those of you that don't know Carnival, let's kind of run through those. Now the Premier, what they do is they give you some. So those of you that are Platinum or Diamond, Carnival used to give you some decent gifts, right? And then you get the gifts and like, oh wow, this is really nice, whatever. And now they give you, just kind of junk, but whatever. They're struggling to get back. I don't even care, honestly, about the gifts anymore. I used to like them when they were decent gifts or whatever. But the reason I mention that is Premier actually gives you some really nice gifts. Not like super expensive gifts, but some gifts like, oh wow, this is really nice. I can use this, or something like that. And then they usually give you, sometimes $500, sometimes $1,000 in casino cash. They have a introduction night where they just give you a bunch of drinks and hors d'oeuvres and play some live music for you. And then they also have a bunch of little contests where you can win cruise cash and casino cash and massages and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's the Premier. Now the Ultra is almost identical to that, except the prize. They give you some smaller gifts too, just like Premier, but then they give you one really big gift. And that big gift, you just basically draw an envelope out of a big box, and everybody gets to draw out of the same big box. And so, it's fair. It doesn't really matter how much you spend so much, but you can win anything from like, say, $500 casino cash all the way up to like a Mac computer or something, worth $1,500, $2,000. I won like a 60-inch TV one time, but we already had newer TVs, so I traded it to somebody for like $800 in casino cash because I could convert that to real cash. So that is the Ultra. Now the Elite that Sherry has mentioned she's also gotten. That's where, and then Sherry, you correct me on this because I've never gotten an Elite. I know you get drinks all over the ship, and then I think they pick you up at the airport or something like that. They give you a ride. What are the extra perks with Elite? And then there's an Echo, which honestly, up until a couple weeks ago when somebody on here told me they got an Echo, I had no idea what the heck an Echo was. So I'll let Sherry's, because she says she's gotten all of them. And let's see. So Daryl says we got a good deal on a 5-day, December 12th, $120 for 3 of us on the Valor. Yeah, that's a good deal. Absolutely, Daryl. You can feel good about that one. Bob says I'm Platinum on Norwegian. Last 2 on Royal. Going on Carnival next week. NCL has been priced almost double. Ugh. No, that's not good. That's not good. We don't want that. That's why I continue to stay with Carnival. I keep getting the good deals. Sherry is the casino queen, absolutely. $670 per person for Jubilee Transatlantic. Okay, Transatlantic, yeah, that's a special cruise. I would be down for that if I had the time and work schedule that allowed that. I'm looking. That's on my bucket list for sure to do a Transatlantic, but I'm looking forward to doing one of those. Gerald, best deals were during the 50th birthday, so I didn't get a chance to get on the 50th birthday. Lynn says, icing on the deal, we got an ocean wrap around suite for $3,500 for 3. Yeah, that is sweet. I guess I need to start gambling. Yeah, well, yeah. Do what Sherry does, and you get all the best deals. Free parking. Okay, so she's talking about the elite here, I think, Sherry. Free parking. She gets 2 bottles of liquor in her room, a fruit basket, chocolate-covered strawberries, an excursion, and a free steakhouse. That is crazy. I need to get that hookup. Just one time, Carnival. Somebody Carnival and important in Carnival, watch this video and hook me up one time. I want an elite. I want that. I want what Sherry got. Let's see. Warm Strong Adventures. Hello. I don't know if we've had you on here before, but welcome. Welcome. And I will have to look up your channel. Yeah, well, hey, Brent, I got you a good deal on that this last cruise we were on. We are on the lookout for future good deals. Let's see. Z says, Sherry, 2 bottles of liquor in your room. How did you do that? Well, she's a gambler and a good one, apparently, because she keeps getting the great deals. Lynn says, my son had an elite cruise and had a limo ride to the pier night at the Marriott in New Orleans, $1,000 casino cash, free excursion, the night of the stay. Beautiful, beautiful. I got to get some of that action for sure. Bob says, NCL Casino gives 1 category upgrade. Royal has given me choices of 7-day balcony. Yeah, Sandra, I want it too. Always a free balcony or a suite. Woo, man, I don't know. Sherry, what do you play? Do you play slots? Are you on the table games? What is your game that you're, getting the hookup? And then, if you don't mind me asking, and don't answer if you don't want to, but what would you say, like, the amount of time that you're spending in the casino on an average night or whatever? I mean, are you in there like 5-6 hours? I'm imagining that you're spending a lot of time to accumulate those sweet deals and everything. But like I said, if you don't want to answer, don't answer. I'm just curious if you don't mind answering. Okay. Let's break this up here real quick, because I asked a question last week, and I was kind of surprised, honestly. I was kind of surprised at how lopsided the answer was. So I have a 2-part question here. I basically have a play-in game to go up against another contestant that I think is like the number 1 seed. In my mind, it's the number 1 seed, but I was thrown off last week. Let's see, always slots. Okay, so Sherry's, and I always feel like slots does get the best deal. I always feel like that's the case. Warm Strong Adventures has a balcony on the Carnival Splendor, 23-day cruise. Oh my goodness, yes, I want to be part of that action too. What? Oh wow, Sherry, only an hour and a half every night. That's even more amazing. Okay, yeah, I mean, I would do that if. I mean, I'm guessing you're playing some. Not the penny slots for an hour and a half to get those kind of deals. But, okay, so here's the question. This is just a fun question, and some of you may not even watch either of these, but they're one of the longest running series. All 3 of these, I looked this up, all 3 of these are some of the longest running series in the history of television. Anybody have any guesses? Okay, and it's animated. It's animated. I'm going to give you the first two to go head-to-head. We got a head-to-head battle here, and you're going to let me know which is your favorite. Okay, so the first 2, South Park or Family Guy? South Park or Family Guy? What's your favorite of those 2? South Park or Family Guy? I see some people putting you're going ahead of the gun. Okay, so Angie's here, one of the Charlie's Angels. I never see the other 2. I only see Angie and Nikki and Christy. They don't come on here. You got to get on them, Angie. Look at this. So we had family, not one single South Park fan. Lynn says neither. Okay, well, Brad is at least gave South Park a run. Okay. Hey, what do you mean, hey, Angie? Let's get on your girls. Get on Nikki and Chris. Tell them, hey, why aren't you on here with me? Let's see. Sherry says, oh, wow. Sherry won some big money on a penny slot in the Horizon last year. Put $10 in and continued to get free spins and had wow. That's an amazing. I love hearing stories about that. Oh, we got our first South Park. We got our first South Park. Brent says Family Guy. Will says Family Guy. Everybody else said Family Guy. Okay, so Family Guy is the winner. Now, and I guessed that would be the case. I did. But to be fair, South Park, I think, is, I don't know if they're the longest. No, they're not the longest running series. The next one I'm going to mention is, which was already leaked out by a couple people getting ahead of the gun. All right, now, I'm a big Family Guy fan, honestly. Here is the question, though. Family Guy versus The Simpsons. Versus The Simpsons. Of those two, what are you picking? What are you picking? Okay, after Sherry. So Sherry said Family Guy. Okay, so Bruce with Ocean. We're going to count that as the first vote so I don't mix them up from the previous one. So we got 2 Simpsons, 1 Family Guy. 3-1 Simpsons. Lynn just jumped in with Simpsons. We're 3-1 The Simpsons so far. Let's keep these votes. 4-1. 4-2. 4-3. Family Guy's making a comeback. 5-3. Simpsons just pulled ahead by 2 again. All right. Any other votes? We got a 5-3 Simpsons lead. Yeah, that's true. Beach to Texas. I mean, she honestly, she had about a bag of hot dogs, a half a thing of hot dogs that I cut up here. It's the only way I can keep her up here. All right, Simpsons, Family Guy. Yeah, you know what? Family Guy did, honestly, you know what? I mean, it's hard to say. I think I liked The Simpsons, but right now, if I'm flipping through the channels and I see The Simpsons or Family Guy, I think I'm going Family Guy. I think my vote right now would be Family Guy for the series or whatever. For the duration, I guess I would probably go Simpsons. But for short term, like right now, high five again. High five on this side. Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah, I think Flintstones. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. What's another cartoon that we could go? All right, this is a dumb one, but it's just because I was thinking cartoons here, and then this popped in my head. I can't think of another funny, like, non-person character. This is gonna be bad. I know what's gonna win, but it just popped in my head, so I'm gonna say it. Alf or Ted? Anybody remember Alf? I know Ted's gonna win. I'm just certain Ted's gonna win. Ted, the movie, the teddy bear, talking teddy bear that comes to life or whatever. Alf or Ted? American Dad. Yeah, I haven't watched that one. I gotta watch that. Ted, Gumby. Oh yeah, I forgot about Gumby. Oh wow, we got a couple Alfs. Okay, Ted 2, Alf 2, Alf 3. I thought Ted was gonna whoop here. I surprised Alf. We got some Alf fans. I'm surprised about that. Okay. So wait, are we 3-3 on Ted and Alf, or is it 3-2 Alf? Anybody remember Alf from the 80s? So we got, Alf is 3-2. Let's get some couple more votes on Alf versus Ted. I thought Ted was gonna run away with that. You have to watch the cartoon Archer. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just like, so especially with starting Coach Cruz, I mean, I have no time. There's a Ted. So we're 3-3. We got 3 Alfs and 3 Teds. If somebody wants to break the tie, Thompson Family Rules just tied it up with the Ted. And I don't know, if somebody wants to break the tie and see whether Alf or Ted wins. I honestly thought Ted was going to. Okay, now we got some more cartoons. I've heard about oh, wow. Alf pulled ahead 4-3. Oh, and Yoli comes in to tie it up 4-4. Ted versus Alf. Honestly, I was surprised by that. It's I guess that's why you ask the questions. Oh, good one, Brent. Yeah. Wait, what was... I mean, I know Kelly Bundy from, that's Love and Marriage. Well, what's another show we could compare against Love and Marriage? Kelly Kapowski, what series is she from? I forget. Kelly Bundy, absolutely from uh, Love and Marriage. But what's Kelly Kapowski from? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. Speed Racer. I loved Speed Racer Z when I was a kid growing up. Oh my God, that was my favorite show. The X car, whatever, and all that. Yeah, I mean, I loved. I had the little Hot Wheel. I had the whole thing. Yeah, Speed Racer, and then they ruined it when they came out with that stupid movie. Saved by the Bell. Yeah, I never got into that, but I know a lot of my friends just love it. Oh, look at that. Sherry comes in and Ted has pulled into the lead, was down by 2, tied it up with Yoli, and now Sherry has come in to give Ted a 1-vote lead. I think Ted is up 5-4 or 6-5. Oh, Kelly from Saved by the Bell. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I got to go with Kelly Bundy on that one. I got to go with Kelly Bundy. I will take Kelly Bundy all day over the Saved by the Bell. Hot Tub with Betty Rebel. Oh my God. Of course Brad would ask. Like I say, Brad is our resident comedian. He says Hot Tub with Betty Rubble or Wilma Flintstone. Yeah, I think I got to go with Betty on that one, Brad. Oh, there you go. Okay, I like that. I like that, Sandra. Sandra says Flintstones or the Jetsons. Flintstones or the Jetsons. I forgot about the Jetsons. I mean, I think Flintstones is more iconic, but I really enjoyed the Jetsons. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. King of the Hill. Now, that's a good show. I should have put that one up against a couple of those shows there. All right, so let's see. Flintstones. Blanche. Oh, from, what's the, I know what you're talking about. The girls in the sorority or whatever. Is that, what was that one? Shoot. What was that series? Knight Rider. Yeah, I was a big Knight Rider fan. What was the not Golden Girls, the one with the girls, and they were, I don't know, they were in a school or something like that. I think they had Trudy or something. I don't know. I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, they were Modern Family. I remember that. It was an older series. Shoot, what the heck? How about Love Boat? Any Love Boat fans out there? Surprised nobody mentioned Love Boat. I was a Love Boat fan. I liked Knight Rider. How about, here's one that might throw some people. I Love Lucy. Oh, hey, I got one for everybody. Now, this is like, okay, I'm not old enough to know this, okay? I didn't watch this. Like, I watched reruns of this, but I appreciate classic television. How many people were big fans? Facts of Life, that's it, Tim. Yes, and Tim's here. I think Tim's still on his cruise on the horizon. That's awesome. Thanks for checking in, Tim. Facts of Life, absolutely. Yoli came in. That's it. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all, and then you have the facts of life. See, I even remember the song. What was that? Now I lost my train of thought. Okay. The Honeymooners. How many people, Laverne and Shirley is awesome too. How many people watched The Honeymooners, like the reruns? Like, I mean, some people might have seen it, when it was still on or whatever. I mean, I watched the reruns and they showed those, and you can still see the reruns of The Honeymooners. But The Honeymooners with Jackie Gleason, that is an awesome, awesome show. I mean, it's black and white, but if nobody's seen The Honeymooners, I mean, I think that show is just hilarious. Is anybody out there a Honeymooners fan by chance? And like I said, I didn't, I was too young to see that when it was on. But, I don't know if it was my grandparents that went over and watched the reruns or whatever. But yes, thank you, Bruce. I'm glad somebody. Oh yeah, Angie Brooks, Andy Griffith, Gomer Pyle. Oh, here's one. And since we're calling out all these old school series, I'm surprised nobody's mentioned this yet. But Laverne and Shirley is a great one, Angie. But how about Happy Days with the Fonz? Any Happy Days fans out there? I was a big Happy Days fan, when that was on. We got an Andy Griffith show. Okay. Yeah, so those are MASH. Yeah, MASH was really, there's Bruce with Happy Days. Benny Hill. Yeah, Benny Hill was funny. Benny Hill, that's underrated. Like, I feel like some people didn't get that humor, but yeah. Fonzie was the guy. The funny thing about Fonzie, Henry Winkler, is, after Happy Days, like, he's this tough guy, like nobody messed with him and everything in Happy Days. But then he went on to make movies and he plays all these wimpy characters. I guess when you look at it, I mean, that's probably the character that is more accurate for him or whatever. But it's just funny that, he went from the Fonz, this guy that, was so cool and everything. And then he goes on to play all these wimpy characters in movies. So happy. Oh, Sanford and Son. I forgot about that one. Yep, that's a great one. Yeah, Brad, I'm not even gonna go there. Let's see. How about Beverly Hillbillies? Any Beverly Hillbillies fans out there? Taxi, that's a good one. I mean, so many stars came out of there. Twilight Zone, the old one, absolutely. There's some great. So the Waltons, okay, yeah, I remember the Waltons. Facts of Life was a spinoff from Different Strokes, and yeah, Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis? Right? Twilight Zone, yep. Sandra, somebody just above you mentioned that. Brent, All in the Family, Hogan's Heroes. Oh, yeah, Hogan's. The A-Team. Any A-Team fans out there? Starsky and Hutch. B.J. McKay and his Bad News Bear or something like that. I remember watching that. Cheers, of course. Yeah, we were talking about Cheers and Seinfeld last week. Dick Van Dyke Show. That's the first time. That's Star Trek. I'm surprised that's the first time that's been mentioned. Old Battlestar Galactica versus Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Yeah, that's cool. And then what's the one? Was it Mission Impossible? With the robot that you would make for a bad Halloween costume, waving its arms. What was that one? Mission Impossible. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Gilligan's Island. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, good call there, Yolanda. I'm surprised that one hasn't come up earlier. Absolutely, Gilligan's Island. How could we have forgotten the Chips? Yep, absolutely. Love that show. Watched the heck out of that one. $6 Million Man. I still remember that little song. That din 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 little beat there. Chips. Lost in Space. Okay. Oh, is it Lost in Space? Not Mission Impossible. Okay. Thanks for the clarification there. Yeah. You know what? I've liked this segment. Wonder Woman. Yeah. Because I've forgotten about so many of these series, and then I appreciate everybody chiming in with all these series. The Hulk, yep, because you forget about some of these, and then you remember how fond you remember Dukes of Hazzard. When I was a kid, I enjoyed watching Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know if anybody else did, but I had fun watching that. Daisy and her Daisy Dukes, and Luke and Bo and the sheriff and everybody. Lost in Space. Dragnet. Is Dragnet the one with the detective that was like not very smart, that was talked on a shoe, like the shoe phone? Is that Dragnet? I'm trying to remember which one that is. Dallas. Yeah. I mean, my Dallas and Dynasty. Yeah, you know what? My mom was a huge Dallas fan. I mean, you couldn't get her away from the TV with that. Batman versus the Green Hornet. Get Smart. That's it. Thank you, Armstrong. Thank you. My favorite Martian. Oh, speaking of favorite Martian, what about Mork and Mindy? Mork and Mindy. That was a good show. I forgot about that one, and that was our one of the best comedians ever that committed suicide. Why am I forgetting his name now? That was we're Three's Company, another good call. Yeah, you forget about all these TV series that we from our younger days that we all kind of grew up with. Robin Williams, absolutely. Thank you for and a brain cramp there. Sandra totally owned rainbow suspenders. You know, those would be still in style right now, Sandra. I think you can break those back out. Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and Mork and Mindy, absolutely Z. Little House on the Prairie. I watched that as a young lad, and I enjoyed it. I did. What's the one with the bear? There was another show that came on during that same time period with Little House on the Prairie, and it was something that had a bear in it. I forget the name of that show. I don't know if anybody can help me on that. Bonanza, John Cleese comedy series. I don't think so. One Day at a Time. Let's see. All right, yeah, these are all great. I'm gonna have a sip of my beverage if you don't mind. Grizzly Adams. Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was it. I've noticed my computer's spinning a little bit, so I hope the feed is working okay. So okay. Hey Christy, no, you're not late. I tell you what, you've missed out on some fun. We're talking old TV series and I mean people are Will Raider Nation absolutely. Well, preseason I know doesn't mean anything, but was it Gentle Ben? Okay. What was the name of? Somebody help me out here because I watched this show and I wanted to be a truck driver because of this show. But the guy had a red truck with a big white stripe down the middle of it, and I think he had like a monkey as his sidekick, and you know, BJ and the Bear. Yep, that's it. I was into that show as a kid. I really was. BJ and the Bear. That was a good show. Leave It to Beaver. Yeah, I'm surprised that one hasn't popped up. And Leave It to Beaver, absolutely. How many people saw the movie Pleasantville? Like you kind of get the feeling that it was kind of based off of Leave It to Beaver, but I thought Pleasantville was a pretty good movie. I thought they did a good job of that. I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, I'm surprised. 8 is Enough. That's another one. That's like an iconic one. That again, Lassie. How about, okay, so we mentioned Lassie, Thompson Family Rules did. What about Flipper? Anybody remember Flipper? And was it Benji? Benji, I think, was movies, right? I don't know if Benji was TV series or not. But Sadie is down to like 2 little bites of hot dog left. She went through, honest to God, a half a package of hot dogs in 45 minutes. I mean, we're talking about 6 hot dogs that I cut up into little small bites. Brent, hey dude, anyone? You talking about the movie Big Lebowski, Brent? I mean, the dude, yeah. Let's see, Benji was Disney. Okay. Wait, what, Brad? Oh, yeah, Brad. I didn't see that until I saw Angie say hi. Yeah. Okay. I'll let you read that in the comments. So, Brent, Three Stooges. Yeah, that's a good call there, Brent. That's another old one that, yeah. I mean, you can just watch the reruns on that. Three Stooges, I think I'd put in that same. Although I think the Three Stooges were before the Jackie Gleason show, the Honeymooners. You know, I would kind of put that in the same category of like old shows that I could watch that I think are like timeless, that are still funny. Petticoat Junction, I don't think I've seen that one, Tim. Hardy Boys, I remember the name, I never really got into. Bewitched, yep, and she was the stay-at-home mom and her husband knew she was like a witch or whatever. Let's see, Angie, Little Rascals. Yeah, Angie, I do too. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Green Acres, I never got into that series, but I knew it was a big series. Well, great, it might be a stretch. Let's see. Jeffersons, yep. And then Jeffersons were, yeah, a spinoff. Like they were on the All in the Family, and then they became their own TV series. Actually, Z, I'm glad you mentioned that because that was one of the ones that I wanted to put head to head against each other was the Jeffersons or All in the Family. Like, which one would you pick, type of thing. Fat Albert, I forgot about Fat Albert. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to throw out one and then, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I was going to say, forget about the deed or whatever. Just focus on the show or whatever. Like how many people like were fans of the show before, whatever happened. But the Cosby Show, was anybody a fan of that show? When it was on, I mean, obviously it was a big popular show, so I imagine some people were. Hee Haw, I forgot about Hee Haw, but yeah, I remember Hee Haw coming on all the time. All right, Sadie, you're slobbering all over me now. Keep the slobber over there, please. Yeah, you know what, Tim? I mean, there's some stuff that I wasn't old enough for, but like I said, I appreciated, some of the older TV shows. Like I said, I mean, I wasn't, watching like the Honeymooners, but I appreciated the heck out of watching them on TV. Leave It to Beaver, I think, was before me too, but I enjoyed, watching that on TV. The Andy Griffith Show, same thing, I think, was before me. Sadie. Luckily, I got a napkin here. She's got slobby all. So, Jamie's checked in. What's up, Jamie? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cosby in a Different World. Different World was a spinoff because that was the daughter. Was it? What was her name? I forget. But yeah, I watched a little bit of A Different World. Let's see. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That is the first time that has been mentioned. At least the first time I've seen it. That's a crazy popular show. Still, everybody can sing the song to that one. Courtship of Eddie's Father. Did not see that. Yes to a Different World. Nick at Night. For all my old... Green Acres. Yeah, I remember all the sliming and that kind of stuff. The green slime. I never really got into the whole Nick thing. Oh, Texas here. What's going on, Kevin? And I saw you on Island Time in the chat over there on Sunday. So that was cool to see you there. I always like to see the crossover between both of our shows from Sunday to Tuesday, and the same people, showing up in both shows. So that's cool. Family Ties. And Family Ties, that was with the guy that got MS, right? What was his name? I'm like seriously following blank. That was Michael. Is it Michael? Dang it. What is the guy who did the Back to the Future movies? Why am I forgetting? I can remember no names today. The guy that did the Back to the Future movies that got... somebody help me out here. Michael J. Fox. Yes. Okay, thank you. I swear I can't remember a soul's name today. But yeah, that was so unfortunate. But yeah, Michael J. Fox was... For a short time was about as popular of an actor as you could hope for out there. And those Back to the Future movies were, I mean, everybody was going to see that. And that was a good series. So let's see. Tales from the Crypt. All right. Let me ask a question here. I'm going to give another one because I just had an idea. So... because I'm a big Jason Bourne, the Matt and Damon fan. Okay, so the Bourne series versus your top 3 favorite James Bond movies. The Bourne series, well, I won't even necessarily say the top 3, but 3 really good James Bond movies versus the Bourne series. The Jason Bourne series, the one Matt Damon did. Who would you pick? Would you pick Bourne or Bond? Bourne or Bond? Bourne or Bond? The Bourne series. Jason. Okay, the first 3 are Bourne. Yeah. Jamie says none to Bourne or James Bond. Really? Wow. I don't know if that's what you're referring to or something else. Bourne. Okay, so we got 4 Bournes. We don't have any Bond fans out there. Okay, so Sandra says Bourne too. Okay, so Z Show we got our James Bond guy. Z is a James Bond guy. He's going Bond, 007. Tim says Bourne. Okay, we got 2 Bonds. Yep, Michael J. Fox. Yep, that was absolutely him. Yeah, you know what? I mean, for all that care, I would say Matt Damon is probably my favorite actor. I mean, I have a lot of favorite male actors like Kevin Costner. I'm a Costner fan. Tom Hanks I like, but Matt Damon, I would say, is probably my favorite actor out there. And there's a lot of good ones. Harrison Ford's a really good actor. But if I had to pick a movie and it was just based on the actor, and I got, Good Will Hunting, absolutely. One of the best movies. How about Rounders? Rounders is a great movie, too, with Matt Damon. I mean, Damon's put out so many good... And The Martian? How about The Martian with Matt Damon? I mean, that was phenomenal. Sadie, she's been drooling, and she got drool all over my arm a little bit ago. But, yeah, so that was... love the show. Good Will Hunting is so good. Yeah. The Departed, good show there. Yep, and Matt Damon was in that too. And that's the thing is, Matt Damon doesn't always have to play that lead role. Sometimes he's in some of these, kind of like complimentary roles, and gives the spotlight to somebody else, which I appreciate too, because he's a big enough fish, where he can kind of just demand, that he gets the top gig. Like, for example, you don't see Brad Pitt taking complimentary roles anymore. You don't see like a Tom Cruise taking complimentary roles. He's always going to be the lead dog or whatever. But Matt Damon seems cool with it. He doesn't have such a big ego that he can't take a complimentary role. But then when he's the lead guy, he's awesome. Also, so okay, we got another Bond. You know what? We got a couple late Bond votes. So I know the Bruce Lee. Yeah, I've never been a huge... Let me give you a great movie. And anybody that's seen this movie, I know they're going to agree with me. I'm 95% sure they're going to agree with me. But how many people out there have seen... And Brad Pitt was just a small-time actor in this movie. Michael Rappaport was in there. The guy from Perfect Strangers was in this movie. Samuel Jackson has a small part in this movie. There were so many great actors. The guy that was Sopranos boss is in this movie. Christopher Walken is in this movie. See if anybody's named the movie yet. Nope, nobody's named the movie. But True Romance. How many people have seen that movie? True Romance. And the title is so misleading. The title is so misleading because it's not a lovey-dovey romance movie whatsoever. I mean, there's a lot of action. There's some, murder. There's some drugs involved. Kevin has seen True Romance. Christy has not seen it. It is an older movie. We're talking about 90s. You could probably find it on like Netflix or something like that. I mean, it's probably free to watch on some of these. Yes, Patricia Arquette. I don't know if she won an Oscar, but yes, that was probably her best performance. I didn't see that, but yeah, Will, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, for those of you that want to see a really good movie, you don't mind a little bit of murder, you don't mind a little bit of, drugs or whatever. Christian Slater, yep. And that was probably his last great movie. I mean, Christian Slater was a hot name for a while, and he kind of just fell off and fell off the face of the earth in terms of movies and stuff. But that was his moment of glory, I guess you could say, and True Romance. So those of you that haven't seen that movie, it would be a very cheap rent, or you could find it on Netflix or Prime or whatever. But check that one out and let me know what you think. Is that when it came out, Lynn? 1993? So... Okay, I tell you what, everybody, it is about that time. But I'll tell you what. Yep, and it was written by Quentin Tarantino. Absolutely, Brent. Yep, absolutely. Oh, Clint Eastwood. That is Anita's guy. She is like a huge Clint Eastwood fan for sure. But I'll tell you what, we kind of went off track here and just kind of went off on this tangent. But I'll tell you what, this is some of the most fun. I know Angie mentioned that she was loving this, and I absolutely was loving this because some of you brought up some TV shows and stuff that I forgot about that I was very fond of. But you just forget. You just forget until somebody brings it up, and you're like, oh yeah, that was awesome. That show and the movies and the actors and actresses and everything that we've talked about. So I know it hasn't been crazy cruise related content except for maybe a quarter of the show, but I will say that this was a very, very fun show, and thank you all for coming on. If you didn't already hit the like button, if you could hit that like button for me on your way out, I would appreciate that. That way when people watch the replay, it's more likely to get out into that little service or whatever. And if by some chance you're somebody that's not one of the subscribers to Coach Cruz yet, if you could hit that subscribe button, even better. But yeah, absolutely. All of you that are saying have a good evening, everyone, I agree 100%. Have a great week, everybody. Have a great night. And we will see you next Tuesday at the same time, 7 o'clock Central. I don't know what time zone you're in, but it'll be 7 o'clock Central. And we will see you later. I hope everybody has had a good day, have a good night, and have a great week. And that's it. Talk to you later.